Hello, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Ward 6 Council Show. I'm Meg Salyer, and I'm wearing red today because today is Go Red for Women Day, and I just wanted to try to emphasize to all of our viewers, but particularly the women in the audience, how significant health issues are, heart health issues are for women, and to pay attention to your bodies and pay attention to your symptoms. It's a killer of women, and it's a very important issue to highlight. On a better subject, on a different subject, I'm here today with three friends of mine from the Classen Ten Penn neighborhood. We have Dustin Akers, Kayla Lewis, and Matt Fong. I just learned that Matt's a recent transplant from California, and so I'm so excited to learn your story about how you found Classen Ten Penn, and that's what we want to talk about. Working in Ward 6, one of the things that's been so exciting is to see the early steps of commercial revitalization in the neighborhoods, the Plaza District, being such a beautiful example, but then how that energy and redevelopment is spilling over into the neighborhoods. And Classen Ten Penn is an early story, but I wanted to get it on record so that we can share your successes as you grow. So, Dustin, maybe you can start. You're a homeowner in Classen Ten Penn. You bought a house there a little bit ago. What attracted you there, and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's a charming neighborhood. It has a lot of diversity, which is what was attracted to me originally. Just with demographics, it's an interesting urban experience to be a part of an urban neighborhood, and its location to the Plaza District, and a 5-minute drive to Midtown, or 10-minute bike ride to the Central Business District or Bricktown. The location can't be beat.
Talk to us about the location, kind of what your boundaries are, so that we can identify it on a map.
Sure. Our official boundaries are Classen, 10th, Pennsylvania, and 16th. This is where the Classen Ten Penn name came from. So Plaza District is our north boundary.
Perfect. Well, it really is so much fun to see what's happening in the changeover. Kayla, you've got a brave story to tell. How did you find Classen Ten Penn?
I found Classen Ten Penn. I was working at the Plaza District actually previously, and was just so close to it all the time. Could only see the growth that was happening in Classen Ten Penn. Wanted to be closer to downtown, and that was the perfect fit for me. Close to downtown, walking distance to the Plaza District, still kind of involved in both things, and I can just see the potential and the growth that keeps happening, and the neighbors and different organizations that are really putting a lot of effort into revitalizing, like Strong Neighborhoods initiatives. There's a lot of care being given to it right now, and I kind of want to be on the ground floor of that.
Great. And Matt, how about you? How did you find it?
Well, when I first moved out from California, my criteria was that I really wanted to be near the energy that's happening downtown. There's so many things going on, there's so many projects happening, and with the Plaza District right there and Classen Ten Penn so close, it just seemed like an ideal location to me.
Well, I love what I've heard already. We're walking, we're biking, we're taking advantage of this burgeoning commercial district in the Plaza District, but also taking advantage of downtown, which is, energy is the word I just hear over and over again. There's so much going on, but particularly in your neighborhood, it's this creative force, and you all have taken so many great steps. I think you all are involved with your neighborhood organization. Tell us how you got that going, how many members you have, and kind of what you folks are working on.
We have a pretty strong neighborhood association, and it's growing each month when we have our meetings and events. We had the second annual Classen Ten Penn Neighborhood Festival in McKinley Park this past year. And we're really trying to reach out to more neighbors to get them involved, just because the association is kind of the centerpiece of the neighborhood when everyone knows each other.
It's interesting, Dustin. You've got neighbors that have lived there for years too, and so I always reflect on how these processes happen. You really want to try to reach out to some of those folks that have institutional neighborhood memory, and help bring them along to this vision for what the neighborhood looks like now and what it can look like. We've talked about some issues. We've had a couple of community meetings that I've been privileged to host and talk about some ways that we can partner with the city. There are issues as neighborhoods kind of revitalize themselves, and why don't we talk about what some of those things are? I mean, code enforcement, big issue.
Yeah, code enforcement is an interesting issue for the neighborhood, but this new city app where you can work with the Action Center, you can take a picture and submit it to the city and help get some issues solved that way.
That app is fantastic, and we want anybody that hasn't downloaded it yet, we want to make sure they get it on their smart device. It's okc.gov. Very easy to install, easy to use. You can report potholes, street conditions, loose animals, and I know we have an animal welfare issue. Kayla, you want to talk about that a little bit?
That's definitely, I love Classen Ten Penn. There are a few animals in there, but working with you, the few animals running around, but working with you guys has been really helpful, and we can definitely tell that you guys are listening. And even if I were to call Action Center or anything like that, it's almost immediate that I'm getting a response, and so that's been really awesome.
Great.
It's nice that we are getting attention, that we are being proactive about helping improve the neighborhood.
Well, the city's strategic neighborhood initiative is really an exciting one, and I want to give a shout out to our Parks Department. They joined us at our last meeting, and there's some very exciting plans for McKinley Park coming along. But all of that, is designed to be built around the kind of community action that we're seeing here. And the city has specific services that we provide, and we are able to offer a lot of assistance, but none of us have unlimited budgets. And so what I found so exciting about Classen Ten Penn is you're not coming to us with problems, you're actually coming with solutions to the problems and giving us ways that we can partner. And so I just, these sort of public-private partnerships, sometimes I think people think those have to be on a giant scale. But the more exciting thing is when they happen somewhat organically and happen on a small scale, and we can start working on things that, simple fixes, and then as we dream bigger and we begin to look forward to, new bond issues for the city, or, things where we could talk about a bigger plan of lighting and sidewalks and things. If you've got the foundation laid, it's a lot easier to get involved. And so I think Classen Ten Penn, I hope you'll be a template for lots of other neighborhoods, to see how beginning to get organized helps connect you maybe a little bit more directly with some of those services, and then begins to build your dreams. So, Matt, tell us a little bit, are you a homeowner or?
I am a homeowner. I
Great.
live right outside the Plaza District, and we love just the proximity there, but also it's a great neighborhood. There really are so many nice people. As you said, many longtime residents, many just young couples moving into the area. We have just so many dedicated volunteers and so many people who are interested in revitalizing the area and seeing it grow.
We were talking a little bit about the city app, but talk to us about another way for the neighbors to be connected.
Sure.
Tell me what that is.
Classen Ten Penn really tries hard to be involved in social media. We have a Facebook page, we have Twitter. The newest thing that everyone's sort of getting into is Nextdoor. It's an app that links you by address to your neighborhood, to all your neighbors. You can find out people who live on your streets, find out what they do, talk to them about issues, any safety issues, any recommendations for, just a good bakery next door or in the area. So there's many ways to connect, and with the new methods we have with just the internet and social media and our smartphones, you can always be involved.
And is that an app that you download just the same way you do
You
the
can do
city
it on your
one?
computer, on your smartphone, yes.
Perfect. And tell me what it's called again?
Nextdoor.
Nextdoor. Fantastic. Well, in our meeting the other day, my friend Jessica Thompson was talking about, the importance of having street lights on at night, and lighting is another issue that we're all working on together. But she knew instantly, this neighbor keeps their light on, this neighbor does, but my neighbor behind me is not keeping the light on. So, it was just such a fun interaction to see how well you're all bonding and, really get to know one another. So, other things about the neighborhood that you think people would be interested to learn about?
My most important thing is affordability, because I am a single woman trying to buy a house, basically, and there's not a lot of places there are places in Oklahoma City that it would be affordable, but Classen Ten Penn is definitely on the top of my list because of its affordability and the proximity to downtown. There's not a lot of places downtown that would have that same affordability.
And we've got other groups working in the neighborhood as well. Positively Paseo.
Lots of down payment assistance can happen, and then organizations like Positively Paseo that are doing infill, that are making beautiful homes that are also super affordable, just as affordable as any other house that's already there, and definitely a great option too.
Great. The local school is
Eugene Field
Eugene
Elementary
Field
School.
Elementary
Yeah.
School, which is an amazing Maps for Kids project. The renovations have been fabulous. The school's been so generous to open their facility for meetings for the neighborhood. I know I've been there a couple of times for SNI meetings, but I know they've been willing to engage with the parents, and you guys provide information that you can send out as flyers in kids' backpacks. There are just so many great synergies going on.
Yeah, the relationships that we've made with the Plaza District, with Eugene Field, with the places like Strong Neighborhoods Initiative, Positively Paseo has been amazing for the neighborhood, because they're helping us, we're helping them. It's all for the better good of the neighborhood, and it's been really exciting to see those partnerships grow.
Great. You work with the Neighborhood Alliance.
Oh yes, of course, Neighborhood Alliance as well. There are several. I can't even think of all of them at the same time. We've had a lot of great partners, a lot of help.
Well, and that's so. I think the message might be here. There's a ton of nurturing that's available, and I think the city leadership really recognizes that the strength of our city is nothing but our neighborhoods. Downtown gets a lot of attention. Downtown is, in fact, a neighborhood, just like everything else. It's just a little bit different. I live downtown now, and it's just so much fun for me, again, to share the streets and the sidewalks with your neighbors, get to know them, learn about their dogs and their kids and their pets. It's just wonderful. But the city's just built on the success of strong neighborhoods, and Classen Ten Penn is just one of these great examples where young energy, young people are coming in, investing their money. I see great potential, as you said, Kayla, for an opportunity to begin to really build something special there. And so I want to thank you all for coming to talk to us today and for your commitment to the city of Oklahoma City. This is what makes it a really special place. And Matt, I'm a New Yorker. I came from the other coast, but have claimed Oklahoma City as my home for 30 years, and I can't imagine any more exciting place to live and work, and just be excited about what's going on around us. So thank you all very much for coming.
Thank you.